Hey everyone, it's Will, and I'm gonna see how long I can do this video with my cat chewing on my sweatshirt. Today is Monday, it's my day off, which is why I'm wearing grubby clothes, and it is also Trans Day of Visibility, which I don't even know what's today, so apparently it's not very visible. That is the problem. Sassy. If you're friends with me on Facebook, I feel like you already know why trans visibility is important. Obviously, people need visibility so that people can become educated about trans issues, about trans people, stop oppressing the group as an entirety, stop the violence, all of that, help people get the resources they need to transition. But I'm also going to ask you to do something. If you are not a member of the trans community, you're a supporter of the trans community, I think what we can all do besides just posting things on the internet, I think the next step is actually being able to confront people in real life. For me, anyway, that's what I think is the next step, because there are too many times that I overhear things that are transphobic or transmisogynistic, and people, I almost wonder if they know what they're saying or the root of the things that they are saying and why they think them, or if they even think them, but it's a reflex to respond a certain way. For example, there is a guy that I work with who has a very high voice, and I have heard so many times jokes like, oh, I wonder if he even has a dick. Actually takes an astounding amount of courage to say something to somebody when you are concerned that people are going to then target you. If you are not in the group that is being targeted, meaning you're cis or you're an ally, then it's a lot safer for you to say something than for me to say something. Anytime a person has privilege, whether it be cis privilege, whether it be straight privilege, whether it be a racial privilege, white privilege, part of being a good ally and being a socially aware person, and I think a good person, is being able to acknowledge your privilege and use your privilege to then help the groups that you are standing with. The same goes for trans people and cis allies. Not that I think that the trans community or the queer community needs allies to speak for them, but I think that in a place that could be unsafe, like for example, I don't feel comfortable being super vocal about trans things at work because I don't want to be outed, that's a place where somebody can step in and be like, that's kind of a shitty thing to say. Maybe you shouldn't validate people based on their genitalia. Does that mean that every asshole is going to listen to that, process it, and agree with it? No, but the more that you talk about stuff like that, that's trans visibility, as much as seeing somebody in the media, seeing somebody on a show, or reading a book, or anything that has a trans character in it. Trans visibility is also being able to discuss trans issues and be able to discuss why certain language is problematic, including the T slur, including the, I don't know, the S slur. I don't, I'll put them in like little comments on the bottom if you don't know what I'm talking about, with like extreme trigger warnings, but that type of speech and commenting on people's genitals, whether they're trans or perceived to be, all that shit is fucked up, and part of trans visibility is helping erase that. So my challenge to you, it would be to speak out about those things even in uncomfortable situations, and that's a small way that we can all start to make changes in the right direction. Hopefully that was partially eloquent enough to be moderately good advice. I don't know that I have any trans-related updates. Other than that, I don't have any really new testosterone changes. Oh, my singing voice has been able to expand higher this way, though, so I assume that means it's dropped all the way, and I don't know, maybe I'm developing my falsetto finally, which would be great considering I want to sing really whiny, like emo music with electric guitars and just pretend that I'm Taking Back Sunday. But I'm not, but I could be if I could sing higher. So, that is all I have to say. Be nice to your trans friends and neighbors and everyone.